Good evening. Today is Wednesday, August 12th, 2026, and we are here for our regular scheduled city council meeting. If you'd like to share it on your social platforms, you can. We're going to start with if you have a cell phone, please mute your cell phone and or turn it off so it doesn't disturb the meeting. If you need to utilize the bathroom, the ladies' room is right outside this door on the right-hand side. Gentlemen's room is right at the top of the staircase, the main staircase. God forbid there's an emergency, there's an exit in the back that takes you down the staircase, as well as the main staircase takes you down to the back parking lot as well. Once we get to our speakers, I'll let you know how that goes as well. But let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by our Councilwoman Gleason.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We have a couple of speakers tonight. When I call you up, please state your name and address for the record. You'll have 4 minutes to speak. And then after every speaker has presented, each council member will respond. Linda Bagley, are you here? Hi. Hi, do you see a red dot on it? Is it on? You push the button and it turn red?
There we are. Can you hear me?
Thank you so much.
Okay, great. I was going to use my outside voice. Okay. I'm Linda Bagley, 328 Langdon Avenue, and I'm here representing the Langdon Oneida Association. We are making a request to name the Langdon Avenue Park that sits on the corner of Fulton Avenue in the honor of Richard H. Dixon, Reverend Richard H. Dixon, who was a minister, civil rights leader, and community advocate. For those of you who may not know, Reverend Dixon served as pastor of Macedonia Baptist Church for 41 years and was then elected pastor emeritus of Macedonia until his passing in 2015. As Macedonia's pastor, he built a 75-unit senior citizen complex in 1975. The Macedonia Community Center in 1979 was purchased, and the Cullen Allen Daycare Center that was established in 1982, where presently is housed in the Macedonia Center. For 41 years as pastor, various new organizations were formed, including the Macedonia Federal Credit Union, which served membership financially to help build and buy homes, upgrading the community, and sending children to school for higher education. Reverend Dixon served as president of the Mount Vernon Council of Churches, the Westchester Urban League. He was the founder and past president of the United Black Clergy of Mount Vernon. He was the founder and past president of the Westchester Christian Leadership Conference. He has had the honor of being selected amongst 25 outstanding Americans to accompany Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to Oslo, Norway, when he received the Nobel Peace Prize. The People's Republic of China invited him, along with 17 other educators and religious leaders, as a guest of the Chinese government to tour, study, and exchange views. He served as second deputy commissioner of the city of Mount Vernon and head of the chaplain program at Mount Vernon Police Department. He was honored to give the opening prayer at the United States Congress in Washington, D.C., and also served as chaplain for the New York State Senate and Assembly. In addition to his many awards and honors, the Langdon Oneida Block Association, with the support of the Black clergy, requests naming the Langdon Avenue Park that also sits adjacent to his family home in honor of this Mount Vernon legend and civil rights icon. Are there questions?
Is that all? Okay, each council person will respond after every presenter, okay?
Pardon me,
So much. Yes.
I just, you had something else to ask regarding the process, so I think you should put
Yes, we
that on the
need to
record.
understand the process. We were on the website. It only lists co-naming a street, but nothing regarding a park. So we just wanted to know exactly what the next step should be as far as naming a park in honor of a citizen, a resident.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you. Marvin Church and Dr. Diana Williams.
Oh, I got
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Marvin Church, and I live at 21 Lorraine Terrace. I'm Vice President of Comrie Enterprises LLC, the local development partner for Library Square at 20 South Second Ave. I want to respectfully correct a statement that was made at a recent council meeting suggesting that the Library Square timeline resulted from the team changing developers. That is not what happened. I understand the statement was made in good faith by a member who was not seated during those years and was working with incomplete information, and I offer this in that good spirit. Let me put the actual timeline on the record. The project began late 2014, made a presentation to the city in January 2015. The city executed an MOU with the development team on December 30th, 2015, and extended it to December 14th, 2017. 12 years later, we were still in the pre-development process. Comrie has been a local development partner and consistently across the entire period. What changed once in 2019 was our equity partner and financial partner, Direct Investment Development, was in the project for roughly 4 years. They asked to be removed. They did not leave over a dispute with the city. They were not removed for cause. Their principals were openly critical of how long the city's process was taking, and their experience developing elsewhere was that projects of this kind simply do not take long to move. They had commitments to projects in other states, and they needed to begin, and they made a business decision to move on. We then brought Trinity Financial, one of the most experienced affordable housing developers in the Northeast. Our agreement with Trinity dated April 24, 2020, and Trinity remains our partner today. So the sequence is an inverse of what was suggested. Changing partners did not cause the delay. The delay was caused by our partners willing to leave. Since 2020, the project has completed its full CEQA environmental review with the final GIS statement and finding statements running to late 2025. The land disposition agreement has required extensions from the council. Most recently, 12-month extension approved in June. We remain in the pre-development awaiting city approvals and the IDA process. Each of those steps sits with the city. I say without any complaint, public land deserves a rigorous process, but this team has met every requirement asked of it, including the quarterly written reports to council is conditioned on the last extension. I asked only that the public record be reflect what happened. Thank you.
Thank you. That's it? All right. Thank you so much. You can be, they'll respond after every speaker, okay? Michael Alston. Are you in house or online? Michael Alston? Is he online? No? Samuel Rivers?
Samuel Rivers, 30 Rockledge Avenue. Timelines and deadlines are set for a reason. 7:15, 7:20, the city council meeting start is unacceptable. This agenda says 7 p.m. And, you know, you have to do better, President Thompson. All these, your colleagues address very nicely with jackets, and you represent the city and you don't have on a jacket, you know, you have to, you know, we made international news this week, you know, you got to dress a little better when you come to these meetings.
Mr. Rivers, if you have a concern that
I'm
concerns the city, okay, because no, you are not
My
personally, you're not gonna personally attack anyone. So that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. So you consist with what's going on within the city, you can go and address your concern, but you will not bash me or anyone else on this council. It's unacceptable and it will not be allowed. Thank you.
You do not tell me what to do and what to say.
As stated, please address what you like to see going on in the city, not addressing,
You dress better.
and I would like to see you a little better.
Thompson and the members of the council. I returned tonight and I need my time back. You stole some minutes from me with your gibberish. I returned tonight to reiterate a request that I made before, and one that this council can no longer afford to treat as political background noise, and calling this council to vote tonight to formally request renewed federal scrutiny by the United States Justice Department into the Mount Vernon Police Department. This is not about personalities. It's about whether, it is not about the whether likes me, whether the members of the city council members like me, or whether anybody sitting behind the desk finds my criticism inconvenient. Government is not a popularity contest after election day. It is an exercise in accountability. And accountability becomes important when we are talking about a police department entrusted with badges, guns, taxpayer dollars, and constitutional rights of the people. Members of the city council, you have a choice today. You can decide that everything we've witnessed warrants independent scrutiny, or you can decide that Mount Vernon should continue investigating Mount Vernon and monitoring Mount Vernon and reinsuring Mount Vernon that Mount Vernon has everything under control. I believe I have tried enough on the latter. I also need to address statements that Councilwoman Caitlin Gleason made at the previous council meeting, because those statements were materially defective and simply cannot be part of the historical record through repetition. Caitlin, I personally believe you're a wonderful person, but a wonderful person and being an effective public servant are two entirely different things. We can't discuss Mount Vernon in its present condition and act like you weren't here through all this. You was on the planning board. You approved that Lego building on Mount Vernon West. So you approve all this nonsense with this mental health people. Kenny Plummer, you disapprove this Kenny Plummer's project, voting for this rezoning thing. That's your comrade. You was on Mount Vernon Forward. You was on Rise Up Mount Vernon. You took money from Kenny Plummer. And now he got his building going up. I'm shocked. 15 years and we don't have this YMC built. You know, federal government needs to look into this. And I'm glad that Richard Thomas demanded that President Trump look into this, because I believe President Trump is going to swoop in here and have a field day with these guys, because, President Trump doesn't play around, as you can see. So we do, I think Richard Thomas, I'm not a fan of Richard Thomas, but I join his call that we need President Trump here and the President Trump's Justice Department to investigate this Mount Vernon Police Department. And please, next time you come to the city council meeting, President Thompson, need to wear a suit.
Please finalize your comments.
Please wear a jacket.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's very rude and disrespectful. But we'll move on. Jeff Monroe. He's online? Yes. Jeff Monroe, you can go ahead.
Good evening, council. Good evening, staff and community. For the record, my name is Jeff Monroe. I'd like to address a couple things this evening. First, to follow up on the last time I came to the council, I addressed the lack of action on the Cable Television Advisory Committee, and most of the comments that the council responded with, I found gracious, but to be honest, insincere. Number one, I didn't come to the council to ask for a committee appointment. I didn't ask for one 15 years ago when I was appointed, and the following decade of work that our committee did do was at that time ignored by the council and by the mayor. I didn't hear any advocacy from the council to the mayor at the time, and was summarily termed out from the council for the same reasons that I'm coming back to the council today. And in fact, the last appearance. I'm asking for the council to do its job. I'm willing as a resident to do my job and to appeal to residents to help do their collective work, but we have to have you, the body, do your work and due diligence to protect the interests and the needs of the people. The Cable Television Advisory Committee still needs to be properly impaneled. You have, I think, at best 2 people impaneled when you have a right to 4. The mayor has 1 person in panel when she has a right to impanel 2, etc. I'd like more due diligence and more sincerity. I'm not looking to add another committee to my schedule. Frankly, I didn't have the time last time. Don't have the time to this time around. But I'd like to see you act more sincerely. Since the last time I spoke, no one's texted, emailed, or called me, so I'm not sure just how welcome I am on any committee that you're impaneling anyway. So I'd like to just see some more due diligence. Secondly, to this point of due diligence, the last council session, you put this resolution, I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry, but the resolution for the ALPRs, the automatic license plate readers, that are in your current session agenda today, don't seem to have any allowance for limitation of private data usage or manipulation or discard. Any private data used in biometric electronics, whether they be for Flock or any other brand, using in this particular instance, you're talking about the bus patrol program, which was actually voted against by the school district earlier this year. So I'm curious as to whether they reversed that custodial right. But anyway, if you're going to put these ALPR cameras on our school buses, and you're going to pepper the city with Flock cameras, you should know that there's a national pushback against these systems. Not only are they furthering an unjustly and unnecessary police state surveillance system on the community, but the actual impaneling of these systems are not properly protecting people's biometric data. These high resolution cameras sweep up facial recognition data that are being used for investigations unconstitutionally. People are being indicted, convicted, and jailed over data that is not properly vetted in these systems. The AI in the systems is notoriously unprocessed and improperly refined. And for you to put it on our school buses in Mount Vernon without any public dialogue, without any real examination of the technology, on the simple logic that you're going to make people safe, I don't think passes muster in 2026. Obviously, we want our children to be safe. Obviously, there needs to be something done about the people who are irresponsible enough to drive past school buses, but a camera on a stop sign is not going to stop them. And frankly, you're putting more community at risk with the improper resolution that you've put forward, and I'd ask for you to reconsider that. Thank you.
Mr. Monroe, please finalize. Please finalize, Mr. Monroe.
I did finalize. Did you hear that last 10 seconds before the sound interruption?
We did.
Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me?
Thank you.
Okay.
We hear you. Thank you. Okay, did Michael Austin come online? Did he come house? No, that's the only one that did not show up. Now we have responses from our council persons. Councilwoman Gleason. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Wallace.
Thank you, and thank everybody for coming out tonight. I'm going to start in the order of going backwards since Jeff was the last person that's on my mind. I don't have a problem with the cameras on the school bus, nor do I have a problem with cameras on our streets or cameras reading license plates. The only people that are worried about cameras is those who are doing something they shouldn't be doing. That's how I feel about it. I don't think that it's stealing people's identity or invading on their privacy or anything like that. I believe it's a deterrent for crime. I believe we should know what's going on. And I keep saying the same thing from many years ago. If we had the cameras working over there on 22 and Lincoln when the young man got stabbed and died right there, maybe we could have seen what happened in those particular, maybe we could have seen. Who's that? Who's that?
It's muted.
oh, maybe we could have seen what happened, or we could have had some kind of clue to follow up on the murders. The great thing about those cameras, they're all over New York City. They're all over every town, every city, all states. You know, if I've seen them, I just got back from Atlanta. They're they're everywhere. But they are crime deterrents as well. Not only do they read the license plates, you know, those cameras can watch the area. So if there is a crime in that area, we have some kind of way of seeing what's going on in that area and monitoring the area. That's a crime deterrent. And putting it on the school buses with the license plate readers is no different than if you run in a red light or you're running the stop signs. It's not going on stop signs, but if you're running these things and you're speeding and all, that is to make sure that we hold you accountable. So for those people, you know, Jeff, I don't know what to tell you. I can understand where you're coming from, but I prefer to have a different point of view on this particular matter. And I believe it creates a safer community with the cameras. And it helps our policing because basically accountability is one thing, but transparency is also another thing that we have to look into. And even with police, I think every one of our police should have cameras on their bodies when they're doing these things so we can see how that's being handled and what's going on. So that's my point of view on that. Mr. Rivers, I got lost in the conversation. I can't even remember what was going on with the back and forth. So I really can't figure that one out. Hopefully, you know, whatever it is, we can work on it and try to make it better for the city and everyone. Going back to Mr. Church, thank you for coming out. I understand, I hear you. And you came out because you felt that something was misrepresented with your project. So we do now have it duly noted on record, so we can make sure whatever was said is corrected. And lastly, regarding Reverend Dixon and the park, there's some procedures and stuff that has to go through to get those kind of things done. I still don't remember all of the exact procedures for that because a street sign is one thing, a park is a whole nother thing. So I'm not clear on exactly how that is have to go. So we're gonna have to refer to Corporation Counsel and others so we could even know how it goes so that we can really be able to inform you. But I know Reverend Dixon. I know he has the building. I know he has a lot of things. He's done a lot of great things in the community back in the day. So it's not something that's not deserving. We just got to figure out how, you know, and when. And that'll be all for me. Thanks.
Thank you.
Sure.
Marcel?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'm going to go in order. Ms. Bagley, thank you for sharing that information about Reverend Dixon. Like Councilman Wallace stated, I'm not exactly clear on what the exact procedure is for renaming a park, but we're going to figure it out, and then we're definitely going to get back to you with that. Mr. Church, thank you. Always good to see you. Yeah, thank you for that clarification, and it's noted on the record. Mr. Alston was not here. Mr. Rivers gave us a lot of information. Thank you for that information and noted. Mr. Monroe, yeah, you stated no one reached out to you, but I can confirm that the body is in motion, and we have taken action, and we are looking to fill positions actively. So yeah, the ball is rolling, and we still would like your input going forward. So thank you again for your comments on the Cablevision Review Committee. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you. Turnquist Jones?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. I want to start with Jeff Monroe. Hello, Jeff. Thank you for your inquiry in the aspects of the cameras on the school buses. So I attended the walk, bike, roll info session, and in the sessions that took place in Tarrytown, there were a plethora of municipalities that were present. And in that present, they spoke about the safety of their community and the aspects of people that are running stop signs and running red lights and being disrespectful when it came to school buses. And in those municipalities, they stipulated that it took a year for them to curtail those who were passing by the school buses, running red lights, increasing speed more than 15 miles per hour around schools, as well as running, did I say running stop signs? Yeah. So when they put things in place, there's 22 other municipalities in Westchester County that also have read it's called the school bus arm demonstration program. And they reported that there was a 24% decline with individuals being disrespectful, especially to the school buses. Now, I'm not sure if you know, but I think you do know that I have been walking along. Other council members have been riding along in hours when our schools are in session, and how pedestrians have to really make sure that they are on point when they are crossing streets here in Mount Vernon. And so we know that that the two people in this world that are very vulnerable are elderly and our children. So we have to make sure that our children are safe. And that's why we are in agreement to making sure that they are safe, and that we could also just get some tickets out there for people to start conducting themselves accordingly. There's some reports that's getting ready to come out. The amount of people that are in Mount Vernon are running red lights, are speeding, and they're not adhering to what is taking place in the aspects of a safe Mount Vernon. Linda Bagley, thank you for the information. Once we sit down and we have a conversation and discuss what is the process when you're naming a park, we'll definitely get that information to you. I appreciate that. Marvin Church, thank you for putting on record the information that we need to in order for us to move forward for the project that you have in place. Sam Rivers, I thank you for your time, and I read your packet that you brought here last time in July. Thank you.
Gleason?
Thank you so much, Linda. I thought actually it was going to be a park issue of cleanup, but you kind of excited me because I think it's about time that a structure here in the city of Mount Vernon absolutely has Reverend Dixon's name on it, because he did so much, not just in the church, but in the community itself, for the police department also, which, you know, some people may not have known him, but I did. And he was just really a wonderful person, and it would be a great honor to be able to help and support you guys in any way that we can. Again, I'm here to help with the process and put you with the right people in the clerk's office to see how we could get this going at a very low cost, and make it look pretty, all in the same, helping get sponsors and what have you. Marvin, thank you so much. You know, again, I have to say, this project is taking a long time, and I get it. You guys are going to get to where you need to be. I appreciate the correction on the record. I thought that was important. And Jeff Monroe. Jeff, we're actively working on filling those positions. You'll see tonight. Is it on tonight, clerk? It is, right? We're making an appointee tonight to the CTAC Commission, correct? 2. Right. So this evening, we are adding 2 more members to the CTAC committee. We are moving forward. We need to make sure that we do have a quorum to make sure that we continue to have the meetings. But as of right now, we are moving. Oh, Sam. Okay. So first and foremost, the building you refer to as the Lego building, I can't be blamed for all in McQuestion Parkway. So I just would like to let you know that I do my job as a legislator. I have been doing this way before I was ever elected to any elected position, whether it be library whether it be city council, whether it be planning board. This community knows that they can always reach out to me because I give my personal cell phone number out to whoever needs it. They know that they can call Councilwoman Caitlin Gleason to help them. All right? I'll continue to do so. You putting lies out in the community doesn't mean that they are true. And your idea of trying to distract me from doing my job is not going to win. Okay? More than anything, when you come and you speak my name out of your mouth, puts more fire under my butt to make sure that I'm doing the right thing for the residents of Mount Vernon. So you can sit there and you can laugh, and I'll get phone calls tomorrow from everybody who says, oh, leave it alone. I'm not going to leave it alone anymore. Okay? Because I don't think there is anybody, okay, except for the council that's sitting here, okay, and a few select people in the community, all right, that have to sit here and go through everything that you spew and you put out in social media. You put out lies that aren't even accurate. You put one half truth and another lie. But the problem is the community and your 13 people that follow you, okay, are not what the majority of this community is looking for. Okay, so I'm done. And I would just like to let you know, I'm going to continue to do my job. And even when you need help, I'll pick up the phone for you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So Miss Linda Bagley, we will be looking into how we can assist with, what's needed for the park. So our legislative aide will be in contact with you, with your information, okay? Mr. Church, thank you so much for updating us with the information. If something was misspoken, by any council person, we thank you for the update with the information. We also have to understand that, we like things to get done throughout the city, but things don't get done overnight. Things didn't happen overnight, and they didn't get discombobulated overnight, so they're not going to be fixed overnight. But we like to make sure that everything is legislated properly when we do anything for the city. So we make sure that we go through all the legal processes. You have to follow procedures and protocol to make sure that everything is solidified and done the proper way. So although sometimes it may look like things are just sliding by or being done slowly, this is government. So it's not like one person is in charge of everything. It has to go through a process. So we appreciate those who understand the process. And you know, it's important, especially for the busing that we have we legislated for the cameras to go on the buses. That's a safety issue. We want to make sure that our children are safe, and we want to make sure that our community is safe as well. Are there pros and cons with everything? Absolutely. But we have to work for the best and the betterment of our community, and we're going to continue to do that. Like I said, we're not perfect, but we are productive. And we make sure that every decision that we make as the body of this council is for the betterment of Mount Vernon. Yes, you have persons who try to tear you down with false accusations, with nonsense, thinking that the way a person dresses determines how a person works, which is absolutely foolish. Standing on social platforms saying foolish things. It's just like, you can say what you want. You can say I'm foolish, but I can say I can expect you to wear a girdle when you come out because you're 250 pounds heavier than when I met you. That's disrespectful. I could say you should look like you washed when you come out, but that's disrespectful. So the thing is, Sam Rivers, never been a thug. You can clearly see that my shirt says city council. So to suggest that someone should have on a jacket to prove what kind of work they do is silly. So you really need to, what we need to do as a community, if you spent more time doing things that will be for the betterment of Mount Vernon, working together to collaborate,
Point of order.
to do things for, you can do whatever you like because that's what you do. You're inappropriate. So the thing is if we concentrate as a community on uplifting our community and doing what's best for our community, we'll get better results for our community and continue to work together, opposed to having the crab in a barrel syndrome trying to drag our community down. It's unacceptable when you do it, and it's unacceptable when anyone else does it. It's unacceptable when we look at the blackest community in the state of New York and continually tear each other down, continuously tear. This is our first black mayor, and everything that you post is negative about this mayor. Everything you post about these council persons is negative, and you don't highlight anything positive because you are a negative being. You're miserable. And I understand that misery loves company, and we refuse to give you the company that you like.
Point of order, Council
So,
President.
yes, how can I help you? And moving on, we would like to see more more community members uplifting the positivity thing, the positive things that's going on in our community, instead of negative things that Senator Rivers likes to spew out. And it is important to address things of that nature, because if you don't address it, community thinks it's okay, and they think that the negative things that people put out are actual factual, which they are not. So that's wonderful, and I hope you post a picture of what you really look like, opposed to what you do. Thank you so much. So moving right along.
Council President,
Yes, hi,
um,
yes.
thank you. Can I make a motion to go into executive session or discuss some contract negotiations?
Absolutely. Is there a second?
Second.
We actually have to take a roll call on attendance first, and then we'll go into executive session.
This is the roll call on it.
Careful exiting.
Councilmember Boxell,
Present.
Councilmember Gleason,
Here,
Councilmember Turnquest Jones,
Present.
Councilmember Wallace.
Here.
Council President Thompson.
Here.
This is to enter into executive session. Councilmember Boxell,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
aye.
Councilmember Turnquest Jones,
Aye.
Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye. The time is now 7:54 PM, and we'll be right back. We're just going to have a quick executive session, and we'll be coming back. Thank you so much. Thank you. Community, thank you for being patient during our executive session. At this time, do we have a motion to exit executive session?
Motion to exit?
Second?
Thank you. Roll call on exiting executive session.
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquest Jones.
Aye.
Councilmember Wallace, Council President Thompson.
Aye. Thank you. So just to be clear, we go over our tally sheets on Monday and then we decide what we're gonna put on the agenda for Wednesday to be voted on. But before I move forward with that, first, I'd like to apologize to the community. Sorry, but I had to speak on what needed to be spoken on at the moment. And sorry you had to experience that, but it was necessary because we cannot continue to allow people to say negative things in or about elected officials and not say anything because then community thinks it's okay and they think it's appropriate. So moving right along, we're gonna go right into our tally sheet, legislation and public works.
Thank you,
Gleason?
Mr. President.
Mhm.
Thank you, Mr. President. Item number 1, Rose Longisa, an ordinance of the city of Mount Vernon, New York, authorizing the temporary closure of Hawthorne Terrace between Lenox Avenue and Euclid Avenue for the 9th annual Wakanda celebration to be held on September 12th, 2026, from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. That is on the agenda. Item number 2, Edward Fischetti, an ordinance authorizing the temporary closure of a portion of Gramerton Avenue and the temporary use of public rights-of-way for the Flyers Fashion Night Out community event to be held on Saturday, September 12th, 2026. That is on the agenda. Item number 3, Asaya Floyd, an ordinance authorizing the temporary closure of Eastchester Lane between 10th and 11th Avenue for a Labor Day community block party, Saturday, September 5th, 2026, and Sunday, September 6th, 2026, from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Item number 4, Melissa Cardenet, an ordinance authorizing the temporary closure of a portion of South 4th Avenue for the 3rd annual Frenchy Day Community Memorial fundraiser, Saturday, September 26, 2026. Item number 5, that's on the agenda. Item number 5, Department of Management Services, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into addendum number 1 to the software as a service agreement with Sunlight Technologies, Inc., doing business as Readily, for the 2-year renewal of the city's artificial intelligence AI platform and authorizing payment thereafter. That is on the agenda. Item number 6, Department of Management Services, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a cell phone disposal and data removal agreement with Pace Butler Corporation and authorizing the disposal of 86 obsolete smartphones. That's on the agenda. Item number 7, Department of Management Services, an ordinance adopting the City of Mount Vernon policy for safeguarding personally identifiable information in compliance with the New York State SHIELD Act, HIPAA, the New York Personal Privacy Protection Law, and other applicable private laws. That is on the agenda. Item number 8, Management Services, an ordinance authorizing a 3-year Microsoft Office 365 subscription agreement with SHI International Corp. through the New York State Office of General Services contract for the Mount Vernon Police Department. That's on the agenda. Item number 9, Management Services, an ordinance amending ordinance number 14, adopted by the City Council on May 13th, authorizing the mayor to execute a 3-year lease agreement with BEI Holdings, Inc., doing business as Electronics for the upgrade of the Police Department interview room recording system. Item number 10, Department of Public Works, an ordinance authorizing certain budget line transfers within the Department of Public Works for the purpose of covering current negative balances, amounts owed, and anticipated expenditures. That's on the agenda. Item number 11, Department of Recreation, an ordinance authorizing the Department of Recreation to co-sponsor the third Latino Festival at Hartley Park in partnership with Massili Culture, Art, and Music, Inc., August 15th, 2026, from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. That is on the agenda. Item number 12, City Council, a resolution of the City of Mount Vernon, of the City Council of the City of Mount Vernon, New York, honoring the life and legacy of Mother Carolyn P. Davis. Item number that's on the agenda. Item number 13, City Clerk, a resolution establishing the standard workdays and reporting guidelines for elected and appointed officials. That is on the agenda. Item number 14, as City Council, an ordinance amending number 4 adopted by the City Council on June 10th, 2026, entitled, "An Ordinance Establishing an Annual City of Mount Vernon Observance and Celebration of Juneteenth to revise the date of the annual city-sponsored observance and celebration of Juneteenth." That is on the agenda. That is all I have. Oh, that's right, I forgot. Okay. Item number 24, Law Department, referral letter to the City Council for legislative aid contract specialist position in the office of the Corporation Counsel. That's on the agenda. City Council, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Mount Vernon, New York, appointing Erica Buchanan to the Cable Television Advisory Committee for a one-year term effective August 12th through August 11th, 2027. Item number 26, City Council, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Mount Vernon, New York, for the appointment of Chad Christian as an alternate member of the Cable Television Advisory Committee for one-year term effective August 12th, 2026 to August 11th, 2027. Those are both on the agenda. The one question I have to the clerk is that, well, like, you watch the, I'm afraid that come next year, this will be during a time that we might be on pause, so we gotta make sure that these come back in June of 2027.
We could always do it in advance, so I'll
Okay.
make sure.
Just making sure.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, do we have any questions for LPW? No? Moving right along, Human Resources. Twinkle Shirley.
Thank you, sir. Human Resources, item number 15, Youth Bureau, an ordinance retroactively authorizing the mayor to enter into a municipal agreement with the city of White Plains in the amount of $15,000 to support the Grandpas United program through the Mount Vernon Youth Bureau for the contract period of December 1st, 2025 through November 30th, 2026. That is on the agenda. Item number 16, Youth Bureau, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with the Westchester Putnam Local Force Development Board to allow the Mount Vernon Youth Bureau to accept funds for the WDAY program. WDAY means Workforce Development Academy for Youth. That is on the agenda. And last, item number 17, Youth Bureau, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with the New York State Office of Children and Family Services for the acceptance and administration of a $20,000 grant for the Mount Vernon Youth Bureau's EmpowerMed program. That is on the agenda. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Do we have any questions for Human Resources? No? Moving right along, Public Safety and Code, Wallace.
Thank you. Fire Department, I have an ordinance authorizing the mayor to renew the agreement with Alpine Software Corporation, Inc. for the Red Alert record management system software and cloud hosting services for the Mount Vernon Fire Department. That is on the agenda. Department of Public Safety and Ordinance of the City of Mount Vernon, New York, establishing an annual National Night Outs community event and designating its observance in perpetuity. That is on the agenda. City Council, a local law amending the code of the City of Mount Vernon, Article 1, Section 256 of the Vehicle and Traffic Law, establishing penalties for double parking. That is on the agenda. City Council, an ordinance amending Chapter 238 to update the membership requirement of the Taxi Cab Commission. That is on the agenda. And an ordinance amending Chapter 256 of the Municipal Code to authorize school bus stop arm demonstration program and imposing penalties and violations. And that is on the agenda, and that's all I have.
Thank you. Do we have any questions for public safety and codes? No, moving right along. Finance and planning, Box Hill.
Thank you. Number 23, City Council Local Law amending Article 13, Section 162 of the Charter of the City of Mount Vernon to adjust the tax lien sale date deadline and require post-sale notice of property owners and mortgagees by tax purchases. That's going to be on the agenda, and that's the only item I have tonight.
Thank you. Do we have any questions for finance and planning? No, moving right along. We're gonna go into our agenda. We already did our roll call for our executive session, so we can go right into our agenda. Legislation and Public Works, excuse me, Gleason.
Thank you, Mr. President. Item number 1, Rose Wangiza, an ordinance of the City of Mount Vernon, New York, authorizing the temporary closure of Hawthorne Terrace between Lenox Avenue and Euclid Avenue for the 9th annual Wakanda celebration to be held on September 12th, 2026, from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. So moved.
Second.
On the question?
I have just a question
Listen.
for the clerk. I just want to make sure, did we get any letters into the clerk's office? Anything saying from any of the neighbors? Any issues?
I haven't received any written correspondence, but
Okay,
nothing in writing.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess the neighbors are okay with having it not on Labor Day and on September 12th, so moving it forward. Thank you.
While we're on the question, all of the information came through from all departments as we stated on Monday. Roll call?
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquist Jones.
Aye.
Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye.
Item number 2, Edward Fischetti, an ordinance authorizing the temporary closure of a portion of Gramerton Avenue and the temporary use of public rights-of-way for the Flyers Fashion Night Out community event to be held on Saturday, September 12th, 2026. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call?
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquist Jones,
Aye.
Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye.
Item number 3, Asaya Floyd, an ordinance authorizing the temporary closure of East Chester Lane between 10th Avenue and 11th Avenue for a Labor Day, God bless you, community block party, Saturday, September 5th, 2026, and Sunday, September 6th, 2026, from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call?
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquist Jones,
Aye.
Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye.
Item number 4, Melissa Cardenay, an ordinance authorizing the temporary closure of a portion of South Fourth Avenue for the 3rd annual Frenchy Day Community Memorial Fundraiser, Saturday, September 26th, 2026. So moved.
Is this
Second.
on the question? Hearing none, roll call?
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquist Jones.
Aye.
Thank you. Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye.
Item number 5, Department of Management Services, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into addendum number 1 to the software as a service agreement with Sunlight Technologies, Inc., doing business as Readily for the 2-year renewal of the city's artificial intelligence AI platform and authorizing payment thereafter. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call?
Councilmember Box Hill.
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason.
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquist Jones,
Aye.
Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye.
Item number 6, Department of Management Services, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a cell phone disposal and data removal agreement with Pace Butler Corporation and authorizing the disposal of 86 obsolete smartphones. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilmember Box Hill.
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason.
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquest Jones.
Aye.
Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye.
Item number 7, Department of Management Services, an ordinance adopting the City of Mount Vernon policy for safeguarding personally identifiable information in compliance with the New York State Shield Act, HIPAA, the New York Personal Privacy Protection Law, and other applicable privacy laws. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquest Jones.
Aye.
Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye.
Item number 8, Management Services, an ordinance authorizing a 3-year Microsoft Office 365 subscription agreement with SHI International Corp. through the New York State Office of General Services contract for the Mount Vernon Police Department. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquest Jones,
Aye.
Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye.
Item number 9, Management Services, an ordinance amending ordinance number 14 adopted by the City Council on May 13, 2026, authorizing the mayor to execute a 3-year lease agreement with BEI Holdings, Inc., doing business as electronics for the upgrade of the police department interview room recording system. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquest Jones,
Aye.
Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye.
Item number 10, Department of Public Works, an ordinance authorizing certain budget line transfers within the Department of Public Works for the purpose of covering current negative balances, amounts owed, and anticipated expenditures. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquest Jones,
Aye.
Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye.
Can I ask you a question, a technical question? It's not moving. Because they kept the speakers on? So you guys got to turn them off after you vote. Sorry. Item number 11, Department of Recreation, an ordinance authorizing the Department of Recreation to co-sponsor the Third Latino Festival at Hartley Park in partnership with Masili Cultural Art and Music, Inc., August 15th from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquest Jones,
Aye.
Councilmember Wallace, Council President Thompson.
Aye.
Still wasn't doing it. Item number 12, City Council. A resolution of the City Council of the City of Mount Vernon, New York, honoring the life and legacy of Mother Carolyn P. Davis. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquest Jones,
Aye.
Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye.
Item number 13, City Clerk, a resolution establishing the standard workdays and reporting guidelines for elected and appointed officials. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquest Jones,
Aye.
Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye.
Item number 14, City Council. Sorry. An ordinance amending number 4 adopted by the City Council on June 10th, 2026, entitled An Ordinance Establishing an Annual City of Mount Vernon Observance of Celebration of Juneteenth to revise the date of the annual city-sponsored observance and celebration of Juneteenth. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquist Jones. Aye. Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye. And you have add-ons.
Item number 24, Law Department, referral letter to the City Council for legislative aid contract specialist position in the Office of the Corporation Counsel. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquist Jones. Aye. Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye.
Item number 25, City Council. A resolution of the City Council of the City of Mount Vernon, New York, appointing Erica Buchanan to the Cable Television Advisory Committee for 1-year term effective August 12th to August 12th, 2026 to August 11th, 2027. So move.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquist Jones. Aye. Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye.
Item number 26, City Council, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Mount Vernon, New York, for the appointment of Chad Christian as an alternate member of the Cable Television Advisory Committee for 1-year term effective August 12th, 2026 to August 11th, 2027. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquist Jones. Aye. Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye. Human Resources, Turnquist Jones.
Thank you, sir. Item number 15, Youth Bureau and Ordinance retroactively authorizing the mayor to enter into a municipal agreement with the city of Mount Vernon, with the city of White Plains, in an amount of $15,000 to support the Grandpas United program through the Mount Vernon Youth Bureau for the contract period of December 1st, 2025 through November 30th, 2026. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquist Jones.
Aye.
Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye.
Item number 16, Youth Bureau, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with the Westchester Putnam Local Workforce Development Board for the Workforce Development for Academy for Youth, WDAY program, and accept $135,000 in reimbursement grant funds. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquist Jones,
Aye.
Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye.
Item number 17, Youth Bureau, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with the New York State Office of Children and Family Services for the acceptance and administration of a $20,000 grant for the Mount Vernon Youth Bureau's Empower Med program. So moved.
Second.
Second. Sorry.
On the question? On the question, we'd like to thank the Youth Bureau under the direction of Director Debbie Burrell Butler for continuously going out for these funds to service our kids. Roll call.
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquist Jones.
Aye.
Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye. Sorry, Public Safety and Codes, Wallace.
Thank you. I have an ordinance authorizing the mayor to renew the agreement with Alpine Software Corporation, Inc. for the Red Alert records management system software and cloud hosting services for the Mount Vernon Fire Department. So moved.
Second.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquist Jones,
Aye.
Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye.
I have an ordinance of the city of Mount Vernon, New York, establishing the annual National Night Out Community Event and designating its observation in perpetuity. So move.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquist Jones, Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye.
City Council, a local law amending the code and of the city of Mount Vernon, Article 1, Section 256 of the city and traffic laws establishing penalties for double parking. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquist Jones,
Aye.
Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye.
I have an ordinance amending chapter 238 to update the membership requirement of the taxi cab commission. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquist Jones,
Aye.
Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye.
I have an ordinance amending chapter 256 of the municipal codes to authorize a school bus stop arm demonstration program and imposing penalties for violations. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquist Jones,
Aye.
Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye. Finance and planning?
Thank you. A local law amending Article 13, Section 162 of the Charter of the City of Mount Vernon to adjust the tax lien sale date deadline and require post-sale notice to property owners and mortgagees by tax purchases. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquist Jones, Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye. That's it for our agenda. Do we have anything else that needs to come before the council?
I'd just like to give a shout out to Detective Clark and the rest of the City of Mount Vernon Police Department who have consistently made sure that they've had a summer program for the students. I went over there the other day and we had a great conversation on actually taking care of yourself and the things that you should do, including reading. So I just want to give a shout out to the City of Mount Vernon Police Department for making sure that they stay connected with our youth. And the students were exceptionally on point. Thank you.
I'd also like to thank our youth for showing up yesterday to Hartley Park for a city town hall. They had some interesting questions and they were very engaged and enthused to be a part of the community. So thank you to the youth. Also like to thank the residents who showed up to the Jamaica Independence celebration over there in Lot. Thank you so much for showing up to that event. Thank you so much for showing up to Mount Vernon Proud event and all the other events that's going on in and throughout the city, whether it's a movie night, things of that nature. Funds continue to come in as long as you support those events. So thank you so much for being a part of every city event. With that being said, can we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Roll call on adjournment?
Councilmember Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilmember Gleason,
Aye.
Councilmember Turnquest Jones,
Aye.
Councilmember Wallace,
Aye.
Council President Thompson.
Aye. The time is now 9:17 PM and